There you go. So Hero high speed S22 or S20 S22 all washed down. So I'll leave it to dry and see how it goes and check it later. Alright, now they're wiped down. Now it's all dried up. So it's been used pretty hard. All dirt and everything been removed, well, washed down. So the next step is we're going to take it apart and have a look, see where the water has gone in. Hello, I'm Kevin. Okay, today we're going to be checking the KingSong S22. It's done 600 miles already, so we're going to have a look inside, see how's the quality now. You know what it's like after 600 miles. Just a quick check, and also I'll be taking the whole thing apart and removing the motor and putting a new motor. So yeah, let's get started. So I got on the bench. So you see here, this is the originally the S20, but been upgraded to S22. So what I mean by upgraded is because the S20, everything is computerized. So even the BMS is all computerized. The control board is all computerized. So what I mean by computerized is it means it's programmable. So it's not a dead board, it's a smart board, which can be reprogrammed. So so KingSong has updated the firmware and reprogrammed the control board, the battery management software, and also the software that controls the BMS and the BMS firmware as well. So that's all been reprogrammed to a better parameter, so that it's better control, so that the wheel doesn't burn and the battery doesn't burn. So this is their programming on the computer control on the S20. Now it's actually an S22. So what it does is when you switch off, when it's been reprogrammed, and switch it back on, and see here, it says S22. So the firmware has totally been reprogrammed. The hardware is all the same, only the firmware, as I say, it's a computer. So the computer runs on program. So let's turn that off. There you go. So let's get started and tear down the machine again and see anything has failed or any quality control issue on the hardware and material. Yeah, and we made a lot of changes on this to make it ride better than it is. So a lot of adjustment on the suspension side and the pedal side, yeah, to fine tune the wheel. So we got rid of the pad as well. Obviously, we ride with the other different types of pad, which we think is better. It's not like the Master, which has a sponge pad to protect the battery, because this is all aluminium casing. It's a lot stronger. So this is all strong metal casing. Because with the Master is plastic casing, that's why they got this pad with a sponge protection. Obviously, you can do the same with this by changing the pad with a thicker sponge padding, and that will also protect the battery casing as well. But let's get started. There you go. Sign of wear and tear. See there, dust there. So just discharging the battery. Yeah, the top is been removed, and this has a lot of dust on it. Obviously, this is normal. The battery has been disconnected, and all we got is the control board. And remember that that heatsink compound I used, the high quality stuff with that got metal inside as well. So that is to disperse the heat, and that is all there, and so it's clearly marked there, which is definitely working. And you see there, I sealed it up as well with silicone, and that makes it waterproof. According to KingSong, they will seal this on the release model on the S22, and that will be sealed. You can see all the dirt has been blown off by the water, and there's still some mud marked in there, but everything else is all clean. So what I'm looking for is sign of water. See if it's actually gone into the system. So this looks pretty good, and this seems to be working, but we will open that and have a look. The buttons seem to be okay, no problem. Yeah, and the battery compartment, everything looks dry, so there's no water got into there, because it's got the rubber seal there, which to stop the water going in. Yeah, so let's carry on. So this is the control board, the motor cable. So looks like that is dry. So no water got into there when I washed the wheel. So the silicone does work. Okay, so basically to slide the battery out, you got this rubber seal here, which is getting caught on that rubber bit. So that's why it's hard to get it out. So I don't want to force it. So what I do is undo the cover, remove the rubber seal, and then that should slide out quite easily. Okay, so this is the battery from the S22. Now it looks like there's no water mark or any water sign of water getting into the battery compartment. So it has passed the waterproof test on the battery without any problem, which is good. So there's no, yeah. So waterproofing on the battery pass. So the battery compartment has been removed, and as you can see there, those are the grease that I put on the suspension to keep it nice and smooth. And see it, so dirt still get inside into it from the inside here. So therefore, it's accumulating quite a bit of dust here, look. And yeah, you see the inside of the rail. Let's go close look like that. So yeah, so even after washing it, there's still a lot of dirt and debris stuck in there. Look at the spring there, the motor spring, that is rusting. Okay, and that hole there, so that means water gets through that hole, and the motor inside, I don't know, is wet, but we got to open the motor hub and have a look inside as well on the inside the motor, and then see that everything is all thing. So yeah, so you see, this is the motor cable, and it's jammed between the mud guard. So to remove this motor cable, you have to unscrew the fender. So you have to go in here. And that will list it. And how you release it. Okay, so this is the on the other side of the motor. You see there? Wow, this is really rusty. Look at that spring there. Really rusty. All along here. That's a problem with using, you know, iron spring. in time that just rot away and then disintegrate, so it doesn't really do anything then. I mean, there's no way you keep greasing it. It's right inside the wheel and you can't get to it. Okay. So let's let that heat up. So this has been heating up to 428 degrees. My God, finally got it out. Finally. So this is the inside of the KingSong S20 motor, or S22. You see that this is the winding. And obviously this one's got a problem with the bearing. And when you rotate it, I can feel the bearing is, there is something wrong with the bearing. I can feel it. It's not smooth. Okay, so that's the one side of it. And this is the other side. The magnet is in there and the motor cable is here. Motor. Okay, that bearing is okay, but it's this one that's got a problem. That makes a noise. That makes a noise. So yeah, and see, it's impossible to get the screw out, even heating it. And that one is so hard to get out, and I have to drill it out. So okay, so that's how it goes. One side is fine, but on the other side, you see the screw is still inside. There, the screw has been drilled out and it's still inside. So got a problem taking this out. Very difficult.